everyone. This is another meet and greet with one of our 24 speakers of the Mental Health and Motherhood Summit. I'm the founder and organizer, Chanel Riggle, and today we have Vanessa, who will be speaking on hungry for security, healing relationships with food, and strengthening conditions with our children through an attachment lens. Vanessa, thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. I was wondering if you could give a little introduction about who you are.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be a part of the summit. I'm a licensed psychologist, Vanessa Scaringi. I'm based in Austin, Texas, and I have two small children. And so this speaks to me on so many levels, being part of something that's supporting moms and mental health. I'm also a certified eating disorder specialist, so I spend a lot of my time working with folks who are in recovery from eating disorders. I work in an outpatient level at this point, but I used to work in higher levels of care. And so did a lot of work with families, worked with teens, adolescents through their journeys with disordered eating. So I'm excited to be able to share some information.
I'd love to know, why is maternal mental health so important to you, especially coming from what you do professionally?
Sure. Well, I mean, I think if you're not a parent, you also on some level know this, but it's hard out there for moms. We have a lot that we're contending with all the time. So if you're a mom, you know that, and like it's never ending. I mean, my brain is just always going. And from the minute our kids are born, we're inundated with options of how to parent and all sorts of opinions. And so the landscape's just really challenging. So anything I can do to help moms develop some sense of just understanding that they're doing just fine, that they can kind of harness more intuition and try to stay the course and what feels good for them. I'm just happy to be a part of anything geared in that direction because it's really challenging to be a mom.
Yeah, I know a lot of mothers really struggle with how much their bodies fluctuate as
Sure,
well. And
totally.
I think something that kind of surprised me a little bit was the fact that it's not just like the process of being pregnant and then 9 months to a year after. I kind of had this interesting expectation that I would bounce back. That's such a
Yeah.
popular
I
phrase.
wonder where you got that expectation.
Yeah, I'll just bounce back and then, I'll be like completely normal the way I used to be. And I think my body's fluctuated multiple times, like in the past 4 years.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
how would you want to address comforting moms who, whether they're 4 years postpartum or beyond that, with when it comes to like how good they feel about their body or how they
Yeah.
don't feel good about their
Yeah.
body?
Totally. I mean, so much of the work that I do, and that I would share with what I would share with moms is really understanding the system, that there's a diet culture kind of machine out there telling us things like bouncing back is normal and how to get your old body back. And we eat it and breathe it and have lived it for so long. So that expectation is really driven by external factors and trying to really um, understand and cope. I mean, there's sort of grief, right? Like we grieve our old identity. It makes sense to grieve an old body or even just like what your body could do. Maybe you could sit in a car longer, like you didn't have aches and pains, you didn't have to pee all the time. So there's like a natural process of just grieving, I think, but also really trying to stay eyes on the prize, clearly that there's something out there trying to get you to believe that you're not okay as you are. And people make a lot of money off of that. So, if we're bought into that idea that our bodies have to revert back to something, then we're just on the hamster wheel chasing some kind of goal that's really not even possible. I mean, as we age, our bodies just change. And if you have children, of course your body's going to change. Like when you think about it, like how could it not? And so trying to really work towards acceptance rather than fighting something, because on some level, we're also modeling some of that to our children, even if we don't think we're saying things that are damaging. Just sort of perpetually being in a position of trying to change our bodies gets, played out somehow with our kids. They can sense that we're not satisfied or accepting what our bodies look like.
That was definitely very eye-opening for me, as on all fronts,
Yeah.
regulating like all fronts, but especially physically. It's like our children are mirrors.
Yes.
And when I'm standing in front of a mirror, like literally sitting in front of a mirror next to my daughter, it's like, how am I talking about myself when I'm putting on clothes that doesn't fit?
Right. Totally. Of
Thank you so much for joining me. I'm very
course.
excited to hear more. I really enjoyed the fact that we had someone who specialized in nutrition last year, and I feel like that's such a important part of our mental health. Um, so I feel very blessed to have you as a
Yeah.
speaker for the
Thank you
summit.
so much.
The Mental Health and Motherhood Summit is going to be October 10th and 11th this year. And so you can see Vanessa and all of our other speakers talk on a range of topics on maternal mental health. If you're looking for some community and support, please join us. Thank you, Vanessa, for your time, and I look forward to hearing more.
Yeah. Thank you.